Welcome. Thank you for coming by today. Thank you so much for sharing in this conversation. I love that you're here with me and we're here together and energy is joined and we're having a conversation about being present for our own lives. I just think that's remarkable that one, we're talking about it, and two, people show up to listen. And the thing is, it's the basis of everything being present. So it makes me wonder why it's not talked about more often. I really appreciate these times to slow down and listen and allow and grow and change and just pause everything. These opportunities to pause. We can create more opportunities to pause in our day if we'd like to. All we gotta do is say, I want to pause here. I'm gonna take a pause and look at these flowers outside. I'll catch you in 15. I'm gonna take a pause and watch these birds hop from the fence line. How joyous. These pauses are important, and I hope we're getting them. I hope this message this year is allowing us to be a little more present for our own lives, and that's what we're talking about this year. So welcome to Zenful Conversations. We are here every single day, and we are in year 6. So thank you for being here. Yes, last night we had our conversation with poet Sapphire Rose, and it went wonderful, and the replay will be sent out sometime this afternoon. You can get that replay even at zenfulconversations.com. This year, we're taking a look at this book, The Book of Awakening by Mark NEPO. The Book of Awakening by Mark NEPO. New York Times bestseller. And it's described as having the life you want by being present to life you have. We're talking about being present for our own lives and how this allows us to have the life we wish to have if we inhabit it. And it's powerful. These messages have been outstanding. The message we're offered today, this day number 2014, is titled The Mermaid. The Mermaid. The Mermaid. And there's a quote here by William Butler Yeats. A mermaid found a swimming lad, picked him for her own, pressed her body to his body, laughed, and plunging down, forgot in cruel happiness that even lovers drown. We want so badly to share our innermost experience with our loved ones. But often, like the mermaid, we forget that not everyone can go where we go. Oh, wow. Gee, is that like, yeah, let's hear it again. We want so badly to share our innermost experience with our loved ones. But often we forget that not everybody can go where we go. Indeed, we all share this mysterious fact that no one else can go into our depth completely. We must travel there alone. It is where we commune with God. The lad can visit the mermaid's depth, but can't live there or he will drown. And the mermaid can visit the lad's life on land, but can't stay there or she will suffocate. We must, each of us, return to our innermost element in order to survive. Frequently, we judge each other for not coming along, even take such an inability as rejection, when in fact, if we are kept out of our native element too long, we will suffocate or drown. The living terrain of relationship actually exists in the overlap of our innermost natures. The mermaid and lad return to embrace where the deep and air meet. It is the mermaid's responsibility of love to bring her treasures to the surface where they can be shared, and the lad's obligation to rinse his treasures in their common surf. In this way, every authentic relationship becomes a home where we return from our solitary communions with God. In this way, every authentic relationship becomes a home where we return from our solitary communions with God. Never was this clearer to me than when wheeling Anne, my partner of 20 years, to the operating room where she would have surgery for cancer. I went as far as I could and watched her grow smaller through the glass doors. I realized then that whether it be our quarrel with God, or with dead parents, or with limitations of our humanity, each of us must go beyond the glass doors of our experience alone. And the work of compassion is to guide our deep ones as far as we can, and to be there when they return. But no one can go beyond the glass doors for us or with us. On land or at sea, entangled in community or independent in isolation, we all share this essential aloneness. And in the journey between the depths and heights that nourish our souls and the touch of others that keep us sane, we are humbled into the miracle of love. Wow. This is why we have been talking about our relationship with ourselves for 6 years. It is between us and God. This is our relationship with ourselves. That was a very good visual that Mark Nepo gave here. Those doors, you could see. Can't go back here. Experience. Just the other day when they took my dog back, powerful. The meditative exercise that we are offered today in dialogue with a trusted loved one. Identify one thing you wish you could share more completely. So in dialogue with a trusted loved one, identify one thing you wish you could share more completely. And discuss, if this is possible, discerning where you can, what efforts can be made to share more completely, and what aspects of you are simply out of reach by the nature of who you are. Discuss, if this is possible, discerning where you can, but discuss what efforts can be made to share more completely, and what aspects of you are simply out of reach by the nature of who you are. Now, in meditation, dive into that place where no one else can go, and bring back to the surface a small treasure and try to share it. Change your positioning and repeat the process. Wow. Switch positions. I love these meditative exercises, and even just meditating on your own, not with this person. I would even say, for me, I can feel identifying this thing that I wish I could share more completely without being with. Because to me, I like to take things in a little bit slower steps sometimes. To me, it's almost like a practice before I get to the real thing. So I might visualize me trying to discuss what efforts could be made to share more completely, and noting to myself what aspects of me are out of reach because of who I am. And then in meditation, just meditate now, let myself dive into that place since I've truly, really identified it. Dive into it where no one else can go, and bring back to the surface a small treasure that I can share. I love, absolutely love. Woo-wee, girlfriend. Thanks again for stopping by. Please visit zenfulconversations.com. Keep this community alive. I appreciate all your support and deep gratitude. See you tomorrow. Namaste.